Well, good evening, everyone, and I want to welcome everyone to another of our series of health forums here at the City of Mesquite. My name is Cliff Kahili. I'm the city manager, and tonight we are talking about health and fitness through parks and recreation. These health forums are a series that started during our Recovery Mesquite efforts, and it's our attempt to try to bring some information to the community about focusing on their personal health, both mental and physical. And tonight we have a panelist from our Parks and Recreation Department. It's Parks and Recreation Month, and we're excited to celebrate that. So we have Elizabeth Harrell, who is our Parks and Recreation Director. We have Kaderick, and they didn't give me your last name again, so Burns, right?
Yes,
Kaderick Burns. Sorry. And he's our manager of recreation. And then we have Rachael Burks, who is our supervisor over athletic programs and been with us for a long time. So we're happy to have a new employee in Kaderick and an old timer with Rachael here. So to start off tonight, just wanted to start with Elizabeth and kind of tell us as director over Parks and Recreation, can you share with us some of the options that the city provides for residents when it comes to exercise and physical fitness?
Absolutely. Thank you, Cliff, for including us. We always like to have opportunities to brag about all the great things we do in the city. So I'm going to start with some things that we offer specifically outdoors, and then Rachael and Kaderick are going to talk about more specific details. So overall, I like to say that the city offers a very robust park system, and we provide residents a variety of opportunities to be active, get fit, and stay healthy. And when seeking outdoor opportunities, the city has approximately 17 miles of trails, and that's a combination of both neighborhood park trails and then our Mesquite Heritage Trail system. We're also fortunate to have a good partnership with MISD and the school district, and most of our city park school locations have perimeter walking trails, which directly benefit the neighborhoods. And in fact, as new parks and facilities are constructed, we make this a priority because we see so much value in these perimeter walking trails for these neighborhood residents. We also have an outdoor exercise station located at Palos Verdes Park, which offers opportunities for light workout with equipment, and in addition to your walk or bike ride that you're going to take on the Heritage Trail. And so as we move to the Heritage Trail, that's our biggest recreation amenity that we offer. It's 4.25 miles long. We have 3 trailheads, one at Americana, one at Dunford, and then one at Palos Verdes Park. And the trail starts at Town Center Drive and Franklin Drive, and then ends along the westbound frontage road of IH-30, just west of the Greenbelt Parkway. And as the city continues to grow and develop, we're always looking for opportunities to create connectivity options, and we hope someday to have this trail run completely north and south throughout the city and then connect to other cities through the VeloWeb that is in the northern Dallas area. So that covers our trails. And then another great way to utilize Parks and Recreation is by using just outdoor park spaces. And the city has over 70 plus parks that offer a variety of activities. We have our traditional athletic opportunities such as basketball, baseball, softball, football, soccer. But then we also have what we would consider our non-traditional activities. So we have our disc golf, 3 courses of disc golf. We have swimming pools, fishing opportunities. We partner with Texas Parks and Wildlife at City Lake Park to offer the neighborhood fishing program. We have playgrounds, archery, tennis, pickleball. We even offer opportunities for our furry friends with our leash-free zones, and we're in the process of constructing more of those, which is a great benefit for residents. And then we also have the valuable service of picnic shelters and reservable facilities. So we have these spaces and places where you can gather with friends and families for your special events. The prices are affordable, especially for residents. And some of the settings are very unique, like the historic Westlake House or our our Rory Galloway Day Camp facility, where we even have our own zip line out there. So we also, I just wanted to mention, we like to take advantage of our outdoor spaces and bring people together with a variety of special events. So throughout the course of the year, we'll offer 20 special events, such as movies in the park, breakfast with the bunny, pumpkin fest, kid fish, doggy splash day, which is actually coming up next Saturday, the 7th, at Vanston Park. It's one of our most popular events. We've added our new event, the Zombie Fun Run, out at the day camp. And then, of course, our most long-standing popular event, Christmas in the Park. So there's so many opportunities and benefits to Parks and Recreation. I'm very proud to be part of a city that recognizes the importance and places a priority on providing these facilities and programs and services. In fact, it's so important to our city council that they helped us provide the opportunity to complete a parks master plan. And so I'm going to do a little plug for everyone and ask that you hop online at www.cityofmesquite.com/parks master plan and take an opportunity to complete a survey. This plan is an opportunity for residents to give us their feedback on any additional facilities and programs that they would like to see throughout the city.
Well, Elizabeth, it is apparent that we've got a lot going on when it comes to parks, facilities, and activities. And I think one of the kind of the side benefits, we always tend to focus on having active uses in our parks when it comes to sports and those sort of things. But the other side of it is parks are also places where people can go and exercise their mental health as well. Can you describe some of the opportunities that we have where people can, kind of relax or enjoy nature and those sort of things?
Well, I think just getting out into the parks, when you mentioned that, I think of Valley Creek Park and how peaceful and kind of remote that location is, and just an opportunity to walk that trail and go around the lake. And even though there's houses in that area, you can't really tell because it's bordered also by just trees and such. So it's very remote and peaceful. And there's other opportunities just by walking on the trails or being outside is beneficial to your mental health.
And one of the things that I've always found about Mesquite's parks is that we just provided a lot of different options, and that we don't have, not all of the parks are the same. And inside each of the parks, you mentioned the leash-free zones and playgrounds and tennis courts. There's some unique things that we're also doing with some of these amenities. Can you talk a little bit about the what we're doing to kind of transition some of the tennis courts and some of the older facilities that are maybe underutilized to address new sports and new activities?
Sure. So back in the day, tennis was very important, and it's not so important now. So we've tried to adjust and recognize the change in the community and find activities and programs that better align with the needs or the interests of our current residents. So for example, we will take an underutilized tennis court and we will convert it into a futsal, which is kind of a indoor version outside of soccer. So it's a smaller court and there's goals and it's a fence, so the ball stays within the boundaries. So we've taken to converting some of those underutilized areas to this futsal, and then also we're seeing some generated interest in pickleball. So we're also going to take an opportunity to convert some of these courts into pickleball, which is a lot easier for people to play tennis. Now we still provide tennis, so I don't want everyone to think that we've given up on tennis, because we have our awesome Westlake Sports Center, which has undergone a massive renovation here over the last 4 years. So we've got 6 playable courts out there, both covered and non-covered, and then we're also making a commitment to offer pickleball out there as well, and archery.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth, and thanks for kind of giving us that broad overview of everything that the city has to offer. And again, I think if you look at a city of our size and age, we tend to have probably more parks and more park acreage than a lot of urban cities like ours. So I think y'all do a great job of making sure that we've got all of the different amenities out there and maintained and available for people to use. So appreciate all that you do in Parks and Recreation.
Thank you. And if I could just add one more thing, we are fortunate to, I know that there's a lot of requests in the community for splash pads. And so I'm happy to say that within the next couple of years, we will be constructing our first splash pad and then also a skate park. So we are listening to the community and we are making steps towards constructing some of those unique facilities. So I just wanted to add that. But
thank you for adding those. So I was going to make that my ending question for you to tell us all of the new things that are coming. So I'm sure there's a lot more on that list. I'm sure you can add some later. So, but at this point, I'd like to move on to kind of another aspect of Parks and Recreation, which is the recreation side. And we have Kaderick Burns, who's one of our newest employees at the city, and would like for you to kind of just talk a little bit about recreation and kind of just tell us a little bit about some of the programs that we have for for all ages.
Okay, thank you for that introduction, Cliff, and thank you, Elizabeth. Also, as Cliff just alluded to, I'm new to the city of Mesquite in this Park and Recreation department, and one of the reasons why I chose as they chose me is just a lot of the things that the city has to offer. We have so many youth programs that are going on, like karate, which is a monthly program. We have yoga for kids. We're teaching the kids billiards. We have a fall youth volleyball program that's coming up. And we also have team fitness classes. We have so many things for the kids to do before school. Well, I shouldn't say before school, but after school, during the summertime. We have plenty of camps that Elizabeth talked about earlier, as well as our after school program, which is getting ready to start in a few weeks. We also have a lot of programs for the adults to participate in. We have fitness centers that you can buy monthly memberships to, or a yearly membership, which I think is probably one of the best memberships you can find. For the whole year, you can join any one of our fitness centers for $75 for the year. You can't even get that at Planet Fitness. So that is one of the biggest things that I see as a benefit here, as well as we do dancing. We have dancing for adults. We have soul line dancing, different types of dancing that can get you out, get you active, get you reacclimated back into life after a year that we had off. Just trying to get back to some normalcy. We also have a lot of programs for our seniors, which we love. We have a daily lunch program that goes on for our seniors, where you have to register in order to be a part of it. We only ask for $1 donation, and that's if you can afford it. If not, you don't have to do that as well. But we have fitness memberships, which is free for our seniors. We offer bingo classes, and one of the most popular things that we are seeing pick up is the pickleball. We have a lot of events that seniors can participate in. There are a lot of senior trips that are coming up. Just to give you a few examples of some of those trips, we have the State Fair of Texas, which is coming up. That's $3 a person for you to register. Camp Roy Gallery, a hayride and hot dog cookout, which is $7 a person. Also, we have the WinStar Casino coming up pretty soon, which is $20 a person. And all the information I'm giving you is available in our fund guide, which should be out in the next couple of weeks. You can find that online, or you can stop off at one of our offices and you can pick up one in person. But again, going back to some of the camps that we offer and just some of the after school programs that we offer for the kids, just finding new ways and creative ways to make sure that our youth is utilizing their time properly and kind of staying out of trouble. So we do offer those after school programs. We have 7 locations where those are offered at. And forgive me, because I'm probably going to say this first name wrong, but one of them is Oziger. I hope I got that right. Dunford Park is another place. We have Florence, Good Bar, Rutherford, Shaw, and Thompson. And there is a fee that is associated with that. but it's a very reasonable fee. It's Monday through Friday after school until you have until 6 o'clock that your kids can be a part of the program, and that is a fee of $75 a month. So we have a lot of things going on for the youth to participate in, not just youth, but the adults, young adults, and for our senior population as well.
Well, you mentioned the senior programs, and I've always felt that's one of the things that we really do well in Mesquite is our senior programs. So can you tell us a little bit about what some of the senior centers, and we try not to call them that, but they're centers for the senior program. And can you tell us a little bit about what happens there during the day and why it's important for seniors to be able to gather in settings like that?
Sure. We have quite a few centers, as you just spoke about, and those centers allow I don't want to call them seniors, I call them seasoned. Our seasoned population is able to come out and be around people, their peers, and have conversations and play board games. We even have Wii's in a couple of the centers. It allows them to just interact and have that quality time that they may not have if they're just sitting at home. It gives them the opportunity to be vibrant, have conversations with people that they probably wouldn't have if they were just sitting at home all day. So we're giving them an opportunity to be active, get some exercise in, be able to have conversations, and just feel like they still are a part of our community. Because even though as we all age, and some of us kind of get put to the back burner as we age, but these places allow this population the opportunity to still be who they are and have a chance to get out and be in the world still.
And I think that social aspect of senior programs is essential. I think, like you said, those interactions and those conversations help keep seniors mentally alert and keeps their mind active. And I know the games and the fitness and all of that. So one of the things I'm going to brag about that Parks and Recreation did during the pandemic was we ensured that while the seniors couldn't be at the program due to all of the closures, we made sure that any senior that was on our program received a meal. And our staff and our part-time staff and our full-time staff mobilized very quickly back last March and April, and created a system to where we delivered meals on a daily basis to over 100 seniors each day. And so, but not only did we deliver meals, we were also checking in and having those interactions. And while it was limited, a lot of it was remote or distanced. I think being able to provide that during a difficult time, I think helped a lot of people through everything. So I can't say enough about our staff who shifted from a very social aspect to a very service oriented delivery and excelled at it. And I'm extremely proud for what y'all did. So kudos to all of your staff, Kaderick and Elizabeth. So Kaderick, just real quick you mentioned the after school programs and the opportunities to provide a place for kids to go. Since we haven't had kind of a regular after school program for over a year, can you kind of remind everyone kind of what our goals are and what will kids experience each afternoon after school?
Sure. We are providing a space for kids to be able, parents to be able to have a safe environment for their kids to go to, providing some homework assistance and help where we can, and also giving them an opportunity to not, when they get out of the school setting, to just be able to make friendships and have peers and be around their peers where they could learn some different things as well. So our goal is to make sure we're providing a safe environment. We're doing that by making sure that we're sterilizing things. The staff is cleaning up daily, and we're also teaching the kids how to do that as well. So as we're navigating this new world that we're in. We're just making sure that we're passing on those things to those kids, can be just as healthy as possible. So that's one of our biggest goals, is to make sure these kids are having a great time and making sure everybody is healthy and safe along the way.
Well, thank you. And again, thanks for making sure all those programs are run well and represent the city and represent our goals for providing a family-friendly environment. I'd like to move to Rachael Burks, our athletics program coordinator. It may seem like it's an easy job and all of that, but there is a lot to it. And but Rachael makes it look very easy, and has really excelled at the program and done some great things. And so, Rachael, thanks for being on the call tonight, and just tell us a little bit about what your area and parks takes care of.
Okay, thanks for the kind words. I appreciate that. So obviously we have a lot of sports leagues and programming for all ages to get you moving, get you exercising, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. We have several youth and adult leagues that we offer. So I'm going to list some current ones that we have right now. We have youth volleyball. These are ones that we run in-house. We also partner with our associations. So currently we have a registration going on for youth volleyball. We're hoping to start a youth softball program. We're having some major renovations over at our girls softball complex and getting turf fields for all 4 of those over there. So it's going to be awesome. Super excited to provide that for the community, and really looking forward to offering that league in-house and bringing that in-house and running that with our staff. We also have tennis classes and archery classes that we offer in-house. And then we also partner with several associations to help us run awesome programs as well for the community. So currently we have Pee Wee football and drill team, a baseball league, and a soccer league. And then we also offer a lot of adult sports in-house. So we have adult co-ed volleyball, women's 4-on-4 volleyball, adult co-ed soccer. We recently, I know Kaderick and Elizabeth talked about how we're putting an emphasis on pickleball. So we are super proud. We've gotten pickleball leagues up and going over at Westlake Sports Center. I think we had 9 teams in our co-ed division. So we're super excited about that in the spring and the summer. And then we also have lots of tennis and archery classes for adults as well. And then we do partner with associations for some of our adult leagues as well. So they offer softball and flag football. So we have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to keep you busy, get you out, keep you exercising. And yeah, you can look on the website right now or in our fun guide, and we are registering for all those things right now.
So, Rachael, I know that we've got a lot of different opportunities for youth. What are some of the benefits about having youth participate in these organized sports programs?
Obviously, getting out, being physical, staying healthy, getting exercise is super helpful for the youth. I think a lot of these are team sports. So being able to meet new kids, make new friends, just get out there and have a good time. It's crazy. I always talk about how I'll go the first week, and some of our rec teams that we've put together, they don't know anything. The coaches are nervous about volunteering to coach. And then, 6 or 7 weeks later, I mean, it's amazing how much these kids grow and learn and how excited they are to be in the league. And they really have a great time. So.
You mentioned a very important part of youth sports, and that's having parents available to coach and all of that. So, I know it's a big step for somebody to step into that role. Do you have any words of advice for a parent who, wants to get their child in and also be a participant in the program?
Yeah, sure. We're always looking for volunteer coaches. And I talk to a lot of people that are very nervous about it. And then you have some people that are experts and have played, previously. So they're obviously, a lot more comfortable in doing that. But I think me and my staff are super helpful. We have obviously different drills and things that we can share with you. We have Mesquite ISD coaches that come to our coaches meeting, and the coaches meeting kind of prepares them for everything with dates and just, what to expect for the league. And I think that kind of helps ease their mind. So trust me, we always need volunteers and you'll be okay. We'll help you through it.
Well, I want to switch to the other side of your role, and that's managing our pools and our aquatics programs. Tell us a little bit about what the city has to offer when it comes to just recreational side of the pools, and then also some of the classes and programs that we offer.
Okay, so currently we have City Lake Aquatic Center that's open. Normally we open Vanston Pool and Town East as well. We weren't able to do that this year, open Vanston, but we do still have City Lake open. We're open Tuesday through Sunday, and that's our busiest pool. We have a 0 depth entry, a play structure over there, a slide that's in the lap pool. So we have stuff for all ages for people to be able to come out. We offer swim lessons, and we have a swim team that had 180 kids on it this year. So we also had those opportunities. Those just finished up. We also have some great low impact aquatic programs that get you in the water, get you moving, good exercise and good on the joints for our adults as well. So we have our water exercise program that's currently going on at City Lake Aquatic Center. And that'll move over to Town East Pool in the fall, but it's basically like a water aerobics class. And we have that for ages 18 and above. And it's for beginner and intermediate. And then we also offer an aqua Zumba class, is like cardio in the water. So it's conditioning, body toning exercise, and that's for all skills, beginner or more advanced. And that's for 18 plus as well. So we'll be offering that at Town East Pool for August and September, and you can register for both of those things right now online.
I know we're kind of right in the middle of the summer, or actually with school starting, we're going to end summer pretty quick. So how much longer is City Lake going to be open?
So City Lake will be open Tuesday through Sunday until school goes back, which I believe is August 7th. I'm sorry if that date's wrong. And then we will continue to open on the weekends until Labor Day. So our official last day closing will be that Monday on Labor Day.
And with all the hot weather we've got coming our way, pool's going to be a great place to relax and take your family, right?
Definitely.
So I want to kind of go back to some of the athletic programs, especially for adults. I think one of the challenges that adults have, besides having the time, is trying to find a team or a group to play with. Do we have opportunities with some of our adult programs where if I just wanted to join a volleyball team or a soccer team, is there a way for me to join?
Yes, we do. We utilize teamsideline.com, and we have a free agent set up on there. So basically, if you're looking for a team, you can go on there, fill out your name, your number, your email. And a lot of times we'll have teams just looking for a couple extra players. So we can get that information to them and you can join.
And then my last question is about pickleball. I don't think a lot of people understand what pickleball is. How skilled do you have to be to play it?
You don't really have to be all that skilled. There's a lot of beginners that play. I actually started playing when we decided to make the league, and it's a lot of fun. I would say it's a mix between like tennis and ping pong, kind of. It's kind of in between. It's a smaller court, so you don't have to move as much as you have to in tennis. But it's a lot of fun, and all of our participants that are in it right now are having so much fun. So definitely something that we're excited about starting.
Well, I appreciate y'all putting the effort into creating those programs and keeping them going. I know it's sometimes a challenge to get enough teams and enough players and coaches and referees and all of that. So again, I think it's one of the things that we do really well in this community. So thanks for all you do. So at this point, I'd like to open us up to questions. And so if you would like to ask a question, please enter it into the chat. Or if you'd like to join the Zoom call, we can bring you in if you'll use the raise your hand feature. Got a couple of questions that kind of came in earlier. So I'm not sure who wants to answer this, but do we have any archery programs, and what do we provide with when it comes to archery?
you want me to answer it? I'll answer it, Elizabeth. So we do have a lot of different archery programs out there. We have some for youth and adult. As I mentioned, we have like women's archery to kind of get women involved and get them interested. We have couples archery. We have military archery. We have basic archery for kids. And we do have equipment out there that you can rent or that we will provide for the class. So really, if you're interested, all you need to do is just sign up and bring yourself, and we can kind of take care of everything else.
So we provide all of the equipment and instruction.
We can, yes, we do have equipment there that's available to rent. Yes.
Great. The next question is about trails. Do the trails connect to other city trails?
Well, right now, and Cliff, correct me if I'm wrong, but we don't, but we do have a plan to connect to Garland here, and construction should be starting here within the next year. So no, we don't have any trails that connect to other cities. We would like to, and we do have a plan to at least head north.
That is one of our larger goals, is to have a trail system that interconnects with Dallas and Garland, and the one project that will connect to the Heritage Trail is going to be the first link to a very large trail system in Garland. We also have a couple of other trail projects currently under construction. You want to talk about those, Elizabeth?
We have one on Military and Syene that's being constructed or is constructed. And then I've forgotten what the other one is, Cliff. You'll have to help me.
Well, there is the Military Parkway Trail that will connect downtown Mesquite to the Rodeo Center complex. That project should begin here in the next few months as well. And we're really excited about that because that just provides another active use near our downtown. And then as part of the Town East Boulevard reconstruction project between US 80 and Military Parkway, we've added a 10-foot trail along that roadway. So half of it's done. The other half is about 50% complete. And it will connect with the trail system that runs through Westover Park and DeBusk Park. And so we're beginning to connect a lot of segments throughout the community. And I think it'll be interesting, you'll be able to travel basically from downtown Mesquite all the way up to US 80 without having to get on a street. So I'm really excited about those opportunities. All right, let's see. Question, will Dunford Recreation Center offer any adult Zumba or yoga?
Well, Elizabeth, I'm gonna say the plan is we are looking forward to offering more adult classes in Zumba and yoga. We do offer yoga currently, but we are working towards offering Zumba as well.
We do offer those programs. It's just sometimes they end up at particular centers. So we have that information in our fund guide. Sometimes we can't always offer the same classes at all of the recreation centers because it's dependent on finding instructors. So we are limited sometimes on which location can offer which classes.
And another question, I think, is just the availability. We are planning on having our full after-school program in place this fall, and particularly at Dunford for the Beasley Elementary School students.
Yes, and in fact, I'm happy to say that Dunford Recreation Center underwent a massive renovation project this summer. So we've been closed all summer. We're really excited to reopen the doors. That was our last facility that really needed a good update. So you're going to see all kinds of updated finishings, new paint, floors, tiles, everything. It's going to be great. So those kids that participate in that program get to benefit from a brand new facility, new to us at least. And then one thing that we're particularly excited about is a new gym floor there. So I know it doesn't sound very exciting, but it's exciting to us. We're going to have our synthetic rubberized floor, so no more tile. It makes falling down on that floor a lot softer.
Staying on the topic of after-school programs, what are the age limits for the programs?
So those after, excuse me, excuse me, those after school programs are starting from, I might get this part wrong, first grade up until sixth grade.
It's kindergarten, but close. Yes, kindergarten through sixth grade. And it's actually $100 a month. So for $100 a month for residents, $110 for non-residents.
And and I think I know the answer to this. We do not have any scholarship programs or ways for people to donate to help people offset the cost for the after-school program.
We currently don't. I think because the program we try to keep it very affordable. We've never really entered into a scholarship program opportunity. We try to make everything accessible to everyone citywide. Now, the city does have opportunities to make donations to Parks and Recreation. So if people are interested in donating, we can make a specific donation and we could utilize that based on where the greatest needs are.
Will there be lights added to the Heritage Trail?
At this time, no. That's a difficult question. There's a lot of personal opinions on lighting. There's a lot of expense that's involved with lighting. And right now, the city's direction has been to try to light parking lots and playgrounds and some of the areas where people might be gathering after the parks close. But to light the trails specifically, we haven't had that as part of our standard, and unless we are able to come up with a lot of money to do that, I'm not sure that would happen anytime soon.
One of the other issues we have with lighting, specifically the Heritage Trail, is that a majority of it is below the Encore power lines, and Encore has very specific regulations about what's constructed in those rights of way. And one of the limitations that early on was given to us is that we could not put any lights in those areas. So we made the decision to try to light the trailheads and areas around the trail, but not the trail specifically. And if you've been on the trail after hours or in the evening when it starts to get dark, because it's so open and there's a lot of street lights and ambient lights, you're never really in a dark place. So it's still a very walkable and usable trail. And some of the newer trails that we have along Military Parkway and Town East Boulevard are adjacent to streets. And so they will have the street lights that will light them. So that was kind of how we, tried to avoid some of the high cost with lights. I believe it's about $10,000 a light, even with a solar panel. They're fairly expensive, and so we have to be very careful about choosing where we put those. Let's see, another question: do we have computers available for students and seniors at the various centers? Do we have any access to computers?
Right now, we don't, but that is in our long-range plans, especially we're constructing a new teen room over at Dunford Recreation Center, and we plan to put computers specifically in there for kids to use. That has been a request at some of our senior centers, so we are working towards offering that option for participants as well.
I think the city's direction has been for computers for the general public. We try to position those at the libraries. Libraries have different programs that utilize the computers. And we also have librarians who are trained to help residents who are doing research or looking for something in particular or just need help using the computer. So anybody needing that kind of service, we try to direct them to the library. And we've got quite a few, and we've got quite a few librarians who are experts on research, and we think they do a very good job. They're not in Parks and Recreation, and probably due for another program at some point. So let's see. see if I can find some other follow-up question to the lights on the trail, ground lights. That is something that we did discuss, and again, Encore, they don't want any electrical work or anything that would hamper their ability to access their power lines. So we did look at ground lights, and we were also told no by Encore, but we'll keep trying. Hope to make some improvements along those trails. So let's see. Let's see. Rest of the questions seem to be non-parks related. I'll be happy to answer those here in a second. If there's anybody, let's see, we've got Kaderick, you mentioned billiards at some of the recreation centers. Do we have classes or programs for adults at the centers for billiards?
Yes, we do offer billiards for adults as well. We offer them for the teens, adults, and our seasoned population. And we do offer a family style billiards class as well.
Great. All right, let me go through some of the other non-parks questions real quick. Let's see, discussion about speed bumps on Green Canyon. Right now, the city is working on a program to allow residents to petition for speed bumps and other speed control devices on residential streets. We hope to make a presentation to the City Council August 16th at the City Council meeting and get direction to fully implement a program. So in the meantime, because of areas that are around schools and around our recreation centers, we encourage residents to use the My Mesquite app to report those types of problems. Those go on to a list that our traffic patrol officers and regular patrol officers will utilize to find locations on where to do speed enforcement and hopefully educate residents, and rather than have the physical implementation. But we are looking at those types of programs. Let's see. Are we providing a location for mental health first aid and other brain health classes? Our recreation centers provide great flexibility when it comes to how they're used. Elizabeth, can you kind of go into how residents can utilize our recreation centers for their own personal programs that may not be our programs, but maybe reserve space?
Sure, we do provide opportunities for people to host their classes in recreation centers. We have a lot of churches that reserve space from us. We also offer that option for the public if they have a class that they would like to provide. It's also a great opportunity to partner with our active adults, our adult 50 plus program. They'd love to have people come in and talk to that age group. We have AARP and all kinds of groups that come in and provide extra information for that segment of the population. But if someone is interested in reserving a space and holding a class, then we have opportunities to do that throughout any of our recreation centers.
And we in the past have utilized people who've started those types of classes and brought those into our programming as well, correct?
Yes, that's where we find a lot of our instructors for our classes that we organize and offer through the city. So we're always looking for contract instructors, similar to the yoga and the Zumba. If someone out there has a special skill that they feel that they can share with the community, then we're always seeking applications for instructors to help us offer those services.
And what is the going rate to reserve a classroom at a rec center?
It really depends on the location and the size of the room, but for residents, it'll start at $30 an hour. So it's very reasonable.
And if somebody does end up doing a program that's as part of our programming, that fee goes down, correct?
Yes, right now we have an arrangement where it's a 75-25 split. So the instructor keeps 75% and the city is compensated 25% for the use of that space.
And neighborhood groups are allowed to use our facilities at no cost if it's a educational meeting or a program like a crime watch or something like that.
Absolutely. We have a complimentary form that they can fill out. We do ask that those meetings are held Monday through Thursday, and we're always there to offer the space for these groups because it helps the neighborhoods where a lot of these centers are located.
All right. One more question for the evening, and I'm sure our recreation people all have a hot sports opinion about video game leagues. And so, Kaderick, I'll start with you. What is your feeling on video game leagues, and is that something that you see our Parks and Recreation offering as a program?
I'm glad you asked that question. I am all about the video games. So we actually, speaking of Dunford, the new recreation center that's coming along, that should be open in the next few weeks, we were actually talking about starting an esports league there. And funny you asked that, I was just looking that up today. So yes, if everything works according to plan, we will start an esports league really soon.
Rachael actually had that plan a while ago. We just haven't been able to put it in play yet.
Yeah, I was going to say too, we did some research on it, and I think it's a good opportunity. We're always looking for more things and more ways to get teens involved. And I think this is a good way for maybe teens that aren't as active to get out and maybe don't want to play, in a team sport or get out on the field, but maybe they still like sports. So, we can offer this esports league and they can play, Madden or NBA basketball, 2K, or, we looked at Rocket League, which looks like a lot of fun actually. But yeah, I think it's a good way to hit another group that maybe we're missing right now. So it's a good opportunity.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that our Parks and Recreation program has done over the years is tried to stay relevant. And just like we used to have an abundance of tennis courts because a lot of residents played tennis, we're transitioning away from that as interest wanes in certain areas. So I want to thank each of y'all for all y'all do to keep the community, our quality of life is at an exceptional level, and always coming up with new ideas and new programs and ways to give people an opportunity to be physically active and those other programs that just do what makes a community a good, healthy community. So appreciate your time tonight. And what I'll close with is, and Elizabeth, you can help me, if people need more information on any of the programs, please visit our website at cityofmesquite.com and look for the fun guide, which should be coming out here in a few weeks. And but if you have some ideas of an interest that you have that you don't see, feel free to provide that. And Rachael, Elizabeth, or Kaderick are happy to talk to residents about different ideas and ways to get programs in place. So, again, want to thank everyone for being on the Zoom call tonight. And we will be doing these again sometime in August. So look forward to the next program. Do want to also put one more plug in for our Parks and Recreation Master Plan Citizen Survey. That is also on our website at cityofmesquite.com/Parks Master Plan. That'll be up through August 15th. So again, we look forward to hearing from you about ways we can improve our community and ways citizens can improve themselves. So I hope everybody has a good evening, and we'll see you at the next forum. Thank you, everyone.